Okay, guys, long time to see you. Today I'm going to show you how and when we can use the webworker and WebAssembly. So now I'm going to select it here. I create a new project. npm create with add later. Okay, now we have the example and in React and TypeScript. Okay, after that we're going to see the example. Okay, we have to open the VS Code. Now we have to open the VS Code in here. Okay, this is for the simple React. And now after that we just npm install. I'm using the npm. Not it isn't it. Okay, after that we just run it and go to the packagization. We just that open. We can automatically open the browser, so I type the npm there. Okay, now it's coding, and probably that we open the app.ts. Probably when we need to calculate the long task, for example. Okay, now I want to calculate the long task. Okay, constant and do calculate. Right, and do calculate. Okay, we have a sim function, and we run the typecast and the error. Okay, for example, now I want to calculate the total from 0 to 1 billion, and let's see. Okay, let current equal to 0, and we need a for loop function. Okay, now we call it the limit, and call it 1 billion, and we need to calculate a total of 1 billion. So right, and after that we set count. Okay, we go to there, now I click. Okay, go to the website and let's see how it's happened. See, now it's okay, right? 1 billion. So now what if we change to the 10 billion? Okay, and let's see. Can you see that when we have a long task, right, the browser will crash? This is because this for the GIF file, so it can eliminate. Okay, I redo again, and let's see what happened. And maybe in the here we can try it, and we can show. Okay, we need to know what the time it took to calculate this. Okay, we have time. We got it here. We got it. How long can this long task? Okay, and let's see. Maybe I need to go back to the 1 billion, and I refresh this. Okay, when we do a long task, right, and the browser will crash. Okay, now I change to 5 billion. See, we cannot click again. I mean, even we can hover on here, but it's super long. See, 10 seconds, right? And the browser will crash. So that's why we need that the solution that how we can not make the browser crash. So we need to use in the webworker. So in the root folder, directory, I create the file name is worker.ts, and we have a saved on message. And okay, we need the function limited. Okay, we see the function limited equal to event.data dot limit. Okay, I will give you an example for this. I will create another button. Okay, I will create another button that how we can follow up in here, right? Okay, I will create a function name. Okay, we don't need it. Okay. 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 Now we have a test here, right? Probably when we calculate this, we cannot hover in here, right? What if I click in here? Can you see this? Now the browser will crash until it finishes, right? Now I try to make it bigger, 10 seconds. Okay. Click. Now you see the browser will crash. So we need a function that throw it into another place, right? Okay, I padded everything here, and I go in here. I copy in here, and we have a limit, and we need to we need a function name is okay. We call the function name here. Now we return to the main thread. We return to the main thread. Yeah, we return to the main thread in here. So how we can do this? Okay, we need a function handle calculate from worker. Okay, that is a prompt function. Okay, we need a prompt function. Maybe we need to unknown. Okay, we have to return the new prompt. Okay, we define the worker. And the URL in the Vibe project, we need to pass the URL, but normally we need to build it into the bundler, into the native JavaScript. But with the Vibe project, we don't need this. So I just pass the URL in here, and the path is in the worker in the directory. So we have sort of what worker.ts. Very important that we need to import that meta.url, and because this is from a string, we need to check it as string, and we have another option that we need to type it for the module, and the credential is include. All right, and then we have a worker, and we need a worker dot make sure that any error in here, right? If we error that we reject the error, see, and the worker that we need to pass the value into the worker from the main thread into the worker, and we have to pass the value because this is from we use in the data for the limit, and we listen from the worker, and we on message. Okay, and it is same from the worker listen from to the main feed. So we have because now we send it the current and the value. So we send data equal the data. Okay, we resolve the data. Okay, maybe that maybe we need. Okay, we resolve and the current time, and we can log the time. Time to calculate with the second. Yes. Okay. And now we calculate it. Okay, we have to calculate it. Constant current. Okay, current equal to a width. The handle calculate from worker, right? So we need to set count equal current. Okay. Because now let's see argument unknown. Okay, we need the number. Add number. Okay. Now let's see how it works. Okay, I refresh the page. Okay, now we calculate. Yes. Now we can hover. Let's see how is the choose 36 time and the curve and the time. It's not narrow here. Let's do it. Resolve the error. Resolve the error. We got the current 36 here. We have here the data, the time, on message, on error. We see the on okay, on error. Yes. Okay, now we got it. See here, right? Now we make it bigger and fine. Let's see. See the time in here. So maybe we make it bigger. We maybe 10. See, now we can hover and the user can handle another task in here. So that is from the worker. And when you open the network or open the source, you can see the worker in here, right? You can see the worker in here. So when you build the project, see in the Dex folder, you can see in the worker because that's mapped from the alias in here. So we don't need to worry about it, right? So that's it from the worker and how we can use and when we can use. When we need to calculate a long task, so we need to, and maybe that make the browser crash. So we need to use the web worker. All right. So now, what exactly is WebAssembly? So, with WebAssembly, you can go on the internet and you can define, you can know how they explain it. But we usually build. There are too many case solution that we can build WebAssembly. Like we can use the C++, but today I introduce you that we can use Rust to build a WebAssembly, right? Okay, but make sure you need to install that into your machine. And let's see, we need to check. Okay, in this case, I need to zoom in c dot version c and cargo is look like npm in the Node.js. And very important thing that we need the library wasm-bindgen, because we need to add the wasm-bindgen. Okay, you can find in the internet. And we need to intro the two buckets from the cargo, the wasm-spark and the wasm-bindgen. All right. So after that, we go to in here, and we make sure that we have. Oh no. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. wasm-bindgen. Yeah. Okay. Let's make sure that we need to install wasm-bindgen. Okay, how we can install the Rust WebAssembly. So in the root directory, we need to retire the cargo new data lib. Now we're using the lib not for the bin, right? And we call the function data helper folder, and you can see that automatically create a folder function in here. Okay, and in the cargo.toml, it looks like the package.json in here, right? That we tell the Rust what library we use, but make sure that we need to use those wasm-bindgen that we can use the latest version, and well, we just calculate a simple function, so we don't need to use many other libraries, right? Okay, how we can build this? And in the root directory, I create the name file that pw. We create a file for run the script, right? And because we when we run the script, that this script on the root of the directory, so we need to cd into the helper, right? And after the cd, okay, but make sure because Rust build target is the warm unknown. Okay, and you see that warm unknown. Yes, this is the target for using the Rust. So make sure that you add the target in here. Rust after at the target. Maybe this because we need to. It's wrong. Unknown. Okay, now it's everything is up there. Okay, and when we see in here, we using the cargo view, and we need the target target. That okay, and the target is the worm and the release in here, right? And after that, we need to use wasm-bindgen. Okay, and you can see the target in here. So we go to the target, and the target after we build, they automatically create a folder name, right? The folder name we need to target. The folder name is here. It looks like here, right? And we have the release, right? And we need the function that the same function in the helper in here. But let's see, what if I command it live and I run the script bw.sh. See, they automatically create for us those one function. In here, we need to go to the release, and the function name is helper.swarm, right? Okay, because this we not implement the helper.swarm, so we need to implement the helper one in here, right? So in the we first of all that we use the library. There's wasm-bindgen in the library in here. We use the library wasm-bindgen. Okay, wasm-bindgen. We if we want to use any function from the wasm-bindgen, we need a macro wasm-bindgen here. That is, we need to use the macro in here. So we have a function. Okay, we have okay, we will call by name that calculate. Okay, and we pass a function. We pass a number that because we pass the limited with win 32, and then the output and the output that we need here. Okay, we call the for, and we call it for e, and we call the 0 dot in. Okay, in here. Okay, first we have to current equal to 0, because we make sure it right, and okay, we current right. Because this is for mutable. Yes, okay. Because I for now E32, right? E32 not no, because this is we cannot. Yes, now you can. Okay, after that, Bismarck type, because this is we using the underside 62. Okay, after that, we just build and then we copy. Yeah, this is finished. We go to here and let's see, we have to build, but it doesn't have in here, and we need to use the wasm-bindgen, and the relay function after we build, they already have the function name equal that with the library we use, that's the helper, and we need .wasm. And after that, we need to define the output. Okay, that's out here, right? And because we now in the helper folder, we need to cd into the source folder, right? And the dot shock, and okay, maybe we need that shock, and we need a helper. And very important that we need the target, that web. They using the target of web. Okay, now please. Okay, we run it. The script. pw.sh. Okay. Nope. Release of file error within the target and no release. Release one target and no. No. 132. 132. No release helper. That's one. Our dear output directory and helper and that helper. Oh, we should wrong. Helper, they said cannot find the file specific the name in here. Okay, maybe we need to go to here. We remove the target, right? We need to clean the target. So in here we run. Okay, they says within the target. They don't have a file target. Simply release because the project is live helper. Let's see in the live. We calculate a function. Okay, we build the output wasm-bindgen. We have the macro wasm-bindgen. We release new. Yeah, already have, right? But okay, we need build target unknown dot release data release unknown 132 unknown release helper. We need to set the target is web, right? wasm-bindgen. I think we misunderstood that we need the web. Okay, we need to install the two value here, two feather in here. Okay, GS, let's see how it will run. Okay, view. It's weird. Release 132 target 132 no. Yes. Release. We don't have any pills this one. It's so weird. Pop function calculate. Okay, we have to calculate one, right? Calculate exam. They are already come here. Remove. Finish. Oh, fine. Target. No. wasm-bindgen. Maybe the name will fail. Make sure the name is correct. right? Make sure the name is correct. A no, a no, worm, a no, release, helper, worms, help, oh dear, right? They don't have find a, we cannot find that name. Probably we already have. I forgot that we need that library in here. Yes, yes, that we need to use the library that they can generate the one file. So let's see what happens. Yes, the definition of the video we have. Can you see the helper function? And after we build the helper function, so how we can do this? Okay, how we can do? And I close. Okay, how we can use the helper function? So we just import. I use it into the worker here, right? But you can use in the main trace. Okay, import. When we generate it from from Rust, when we need to use the function name in it, and then in go to there we have from helper, yes, helper, yes, and in here we have a function named calculate exam. Can you see this? Okay, in here then we await in it that makes sure there's one in it, and after that we have the constant that current equal that calculate exam up limited, right? And argument big in, okay. Okay, it's a number, it's not assigned to the beginning. Yes, okay, maybe because in the JavaScript, the maximum of the JavaScript maybe it's not a begin, just for the int32, not int64, right? Okay, and now go to this and see what happened. Is error or not? Yes. Can you see this? Because they said we cannot convert the 62 in here. So go back into the here. Let me go back to O32. Yeah. With the output O32. Yes. Right. Now view again. Yes. Okay. Then you can use this number. Let's see how. Yes. Now you see. Okay. We can compare. We can compare the performance of this, the time and the performance of this. Okay. I make is the form. Okay. We can compare the native JavaScript. Okay. Right. We have to compare the JavaScript. Right. Yes. We can compare it. Yes. Okay. We don't need to rerun it again. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Can you see this? It takes a long time then we using the ones, right? Okay. Oh, let's see how we can pass again, right? Okay, I just press it. See? Now we can see that the comparison, right? So everything is okay. Now we build the project. Okay, npm build. No, because we are in the helper. Okay, and we build, and let's see when we build. See, and in the this we also have. It's super small, right? Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Enjoy that. Bye.